So today I just want to do a little video. It's been on my mind for a long time now, and I haven't discussed it yet. And it has to do with why I don't even talk about how much money I make nowadays. Back in the day, I used to talk about this a lot. Back when I was on my come up of my entrepreneurial journey of having my real estate marketing company and then starting the YouTube channel and different things like that. I used to always cover how much money I was making at a particular time or how I made so much money. And eventually over time, there was too much negativity around those videos. And I'm not sure why there was so much negativity around those videos. I mean, there was a lot of positive things, there was a lot of positive support, but there was a lot of negativity. It came from a few different places. I think it came from some people looking at it as, oh my gosh, this guy that dresses up in a hoodie every other day makes so much money. He makes more money than the President of the United States. How's that even fair? This and that. Or maybe it came from a place where, because I'm a partial educator out there, I have a lot of videos that are educational, that are teaching things. Maybe people are like, oh, he makes so much money from just educating people. It's not fair. A teacher makes only so much money and he makes so much money. I'm not sure where it came from. Or he sells courses and that's a new thing that's out there and people are like, oh, that's not fair to sell courses and make a lot of money from that. I don't know where it came from, or maybe it's just the way I come across. Maybe when I talk about how much money I make, maybe it comes across as cocky. I don't know what it is, okay? But whatever it was, there was too much negativity. And I've seen other YouTubers that will talk about how much money they make from various different things and they don't get as much negativity. And I felt like I just got a lot of negativity whenever I would talk about how much money I make, okay? And for that reason, I just thought it was not worth even discussing the amounts of money I make anymore. Because if I'm just going to get enough people that are just negative on it, just don't want to see that. It's why am I even covering this? Because I'm not benefiting from that. All I'm getting is a bunch of hate from a lot of different people. Like I said, a lot of people were supportive of those videos. A lot of people got inspired by those videos. A lot of people learned a lot from those videos because I would explain, oh, I make this much from this thing. I make this much from this thing. I haven't talked about how much money I make in a long, long time. Graham got me to talk about it on a video of his quite a while ago. But other than that, on the channel, I haven't talked about how much money I make for a long, long time. I don't know what it was about the way those videos would come across. Because like I said, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of videos that they talk about how much money they make. And yet I just felt like I got way more hate. And the thing is, for me, I have no problem discussing that stuff. Most people out there, they don't ever want to discuss how much money they make. They feel like that should be kept private and they don't want to disclose that and they don't want anybody to know how much money they make. I literally don't care if anybody knows how much money I make from whatever things. I'm proud of what I've been able to build at this stage in the game, and I hope to build a heck of a lot more down the road. But I'm proud of everything I've been able to accomplish, and the people around me have supported me that have been able to accomplish things. And so personally, I literally don't care if everybody in the world knows how much money I make down to the penny. It makes no difference to me. Other people really care about that. And maybe that's another part of why some people hate those type of videos. Maybe some people are you should keep that private. You shouldn't tell anybody how much money you make. I don't see what is the issue with disclosing how much money you make from this or that. It's good for it to be out there and information to be out there and whatnot. And then I think a lot of other people thought back in the day when I would make some of those videos, I think some people thought I was maybe lying about that. First off, if I was lying about my income I make from YouTube, that's just stupid, okay? There's no financial incentive for me to lie about what amount of money I make from YouTube or something like that. Zero financial incentive for me to do something like that. It's really dumb. Two, I would show actual literal screenshots of oh, I make this much money from this thing. Three, people are oh, you can't make that much money from YouTube alone. I have a few different big income sources. One of them being YouTube. That's generally, depending on the month, that sometimes is my biggest income source. A lot of people are how you can't make that much from a YouTube channel. You only get maybe 20,000 views per video or 30,000 or 40,000 and you make all this money from YouTube. Well, you got to understand my niches for the people that watch my channel, it's just worth so much more for advertisers than other people's channnels out there. Other people make it $2 per 1,000 views or $4 per 1,000 views when I can get anywhere from $10 to $20 per 1,000 views. So that's just a massive, massive difference. And also I got 1,000 videos on the channel. So I'm not sure why anybody ever thought oh, he must be lying. He can't make that much money from YouTube or something like that. There's no financial incentive. And I show screenshots, what else do you need to see out there? And then I always think it's interesting as some people think like they should dictate like how much another person makes. Like, oh, it's unfair that that person makes this much and this person over here makes this much or something. It's like, who the hell is someone else to tell like somebody like how much money they can make or can't make? Like at least in the United States of America, most of us, some of us, you know, some of them do believe in socialism and whatnot. But for the most part, like this is a capitalist channel, and like I'm all for you. You want to make $10 billion? Like if Jeff Bezos' net worth can go up $1 billion a day or $100 million a day, good for him. Like I'm not like, oh man, Jeff Bezos, you shouldn't be able to make all that money. Whatever, good for him as long as he's you know, abiding by the laws and things like that. Like if he wants to be able to make $100 million a day, like go ahead and do that. That's your thing. It's not affecting me negatively. By Jeff Bezos' net worth being worth more, or Warren Buffett, doesn't mean my net worth is less, okay? Mine can still go up plenty and theirs can still go up plenty. It's all relative in the end of this game. Just because someone else makes a lot of money doesn't mean, oh, I make less money. It may make me feel like I make less money because I'm like, wow, I thought I made a lot of money and this guy just, his net worth increased, you know, $10 million per day last year. Well, I don't make anything or something like that. Maybe it could make you feel like less, but in the name of the game, at the end of the day, if somebody got really rich, it doesn't mean like I fell to the wayside or I fell off or something like that. I think it's really big to like understand and like know how much money other people make doing different things out there. I look back at my life and like learning about, oh, this person makes this much from this, or this person makes so much from that. Sometimes just your mind can get opened up by hearing about, they make that money from doing that. I can probably do that as well. Or if they make this much money from doing this over here, imagine what I could make doing this, okay? It just kind of opens up your mind. I feel like the less information you have in life, the more it just makes you kind of like stagnate or go down in life, okay? And I don't care what you're talking about across the board, but especially in the money game, the more knowledge you have, oh, you understand, oh, this person makes this much money doing this over here, oh, this person makes money from doing this over here. The more you understand about that, I think the more it can help you out, because not everybody wants to make money the same way. Like I look back at my life and I remember like my early years of being an adult, like I thought, like I knew of ways to make like $40,000 to like $60,000 a year, and that was basically all I knew. And anything above six figures, like I had no clue how to make any of that. And then I started watching some different videos, or started hearing about different people's stories about they make this much money from doing this or that, and it just kind of like expands your mind into understanding different sectors or different things people are doing out there to make money. And it kind of can take you out of that realm where all you understand, because maybe everybody around you makes 40 to 60K a year, and everybody around you makes that much money, and so you can't ever expand your mind because you just hear about their stories and what they do for work and what they do in their life, and they make that much money, and so you just think like everybody makes 40 to 60K per year because that's all you hear about all the time. When all along, like if you kind of like can expand a bit and hear about, oh, this person making this much money over here doing this person over here making this much money from that. Sometimes you can be like, if they're making that much money from that, imagine how much money I can make from that. Or if they're making that much from that, I got this other big idea over here that can make way more money than what they do. It just expands your mind. It's like if you're an athlete, right? If you're an athlete and you surround yourself with a bunch of poor athletes, right? A bunch of people that are very unathletic, are very weak, or not very fast, like it's going to be hard to expand and get better and better and better. But if you surround yourself with a bunch of people that are super strong and super fast and super athletic, guess what? When you're going to train each and every day, you're going to take it up to another level because you're surrounding yourself with greatness each and every day, okay? It's a big difference in the mindset shift of a humans out there. I mean, I've heard something like we don't even use 1% of our brain or something like that. And I feel like most people probably don't even use close to that because they're surrounded by a certain amount of people that do certain things. And if you never hear the stories from other people that are actually doing it and actually reaching higher and higher levels, like how can you be inspired? 1, 2, how can you get the knowledge to do something else? 3, how can you get the belief that you can go out there and do it? Sometimes it's the best thing possible to see someone else doing something and you get to see them and you're like, they make that much money doing this? Oh my gosh, I have this idea over here that's so much bigger than what they have, that's so much better, and I can work way harder than them. Imagine what I can make. Sometimes if you just hear that, like I've heard a lot of stories before on YouTube and a lot of different places of people doing different things out there. And I would watch those videos and I'm like, my goodness, if they do that much, imagine how much I can do, okay? That's kind of how you should view it in the end. I mean, I remember when I was like first starting to like research into stock market investing and whatnot, right? When I first started looking into stock market investing, investing, I remember like watching, I eventually got onto Warren Buffett videos, and I would watch Warren Buffett and whatnot. And the way he spoke, it was like an actual normal human that I could understand and whatnot. And that was really big for me mentally, because I just understood. I'm like, if Warren Buffett can build up this type of wealth, maybe I can't build up that type of wealth. Maybe I'm not going to be 90 years old someday with $90 billion in the bank and I've already given away tens of billions to charity. Maybe I won't be at that level. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to for sure as hell get way up the ranks, okay? I'm going to for sure get way up the ranks. Maybe I won't reach that level. Maybe I'll get even above that level. But I will tell you, if he can do it and he can get to that type of level, what can I do out there? And I think that's just a big thing. You understand, like, different people from different mindsets that might talk different ways can do something like this. It's so big for you. People wonder how the rich get richer. It's not just from the mere fact that you might have more money, you might have more access to people and things like that. That's definitely one big part of it. But the other big part of it is if you're surrounded by people and you're surrounded by stories of success and taking things to the next level and next level, all of a sudden you kind of feel like, dang, I can do that too. If my dad did this or that uncle over there did that, imagine what I can do. Maybe I won't reach their levels, but damn, I'm going to for sure be way higher than the average person out there, something like that. And so I think the mere fact that so many people are negative on these subjects, so many people are negative on hearing how much money another person makes or something like that, I think those people unfortunately ruin it for the masses out there, which the masses are the ones that really want to take things to the next level, that don't have that jealousy in their heart or anything like that. And they just want to hear stories. They want to hear things to get inspired. They want to get knowledge on how somebody actually built this up, how much money someone else makes. They want to do that. But unfortunately, I think there's enough of the population that's just so negative on these type of subjects to hear about how much money another person makes, that it makes it to a situation where whoever's actually disclosing the information just feels like, my gosh, I feel bad for making money out there or something. I feel bad because I make such and such amount of money. Maybe I need to just make $5,000 a month, and that would be good, because then no one will be mad at me or something like that. When all of a sudden, somebody else that's making $1,000 a month is going to look at that person making $5,000 and be like, oh, they make $5,000. They work way less hard than me. They don't do nearly as much as me. I only make $1,000 a month. They make $5,000. That's not fair. Unfortunately, there's some people with that mindset. They unfortunately just ruin it for all the people out there. This has been on my mind for a while. I've been wanting to talk about this for 6 to 9 months probably, and I'm like, today is just the day I finally get this off my chest and just talk about this, because it's been something I used to love to talk about, but I just got so many hate comments from enough people that I was just like, it's not even worth it. People, oh, he makes this much money. Oh, he's so cocky, or oh yeah, rub it in our face, or whatever it was. People would comment out there, and it was too much negativity that I was like, screw it. I won't even talk about how much money I make. I feel like it's a big loss for everybody else. I feel like it's a loss for me, because I had no problem sharing that stuff. But if everybody's so negative, like, what's even the point? So anyways, I'm happy I got this off my chest. I'm just like, I feel a lot better now. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.